2026, the year to lock in. That's what I'm telling myself right now, and it's something I'm feeling really passionate about. Sunday morning, woke up full of energy. Car boots were rained off, unfortunately. I could have gone to an indoor one, quite a drive away, but I was out last night with friends and didn't get back until close to 1 a.m. So didn't fancy doing that, but we've done our listings this morning. We have some parcels here we're going to drop off at the parcel shop. And I thought I'd come and talk a little bit about my own personal plans for next year. Now, there's more stuff that's going to be added to this for sure. But some of the things I want to think about is really starting to lock in to the business, lock into my financial goals and achievements I'm looking to make within the business, and some of the changes I'm going to have to make to do this. Now, I've been doing this full time for over 4 years now, and I still feel like I'm nowhere near reaching my full potential. And I question this quite a lot, and I think to myself, what is stopping me? And a couple of weeks ago, I had a chat with Tech and a few people within the group and kind of laid all my cards on the table. Kind of talked about the fact of I need to double my income, talking about some ideas I've got, and I'll share some of my ideas, but also seeking honest feedback and advice. Because look, it's all well and good for people to tell you, you're doing a great job, I think you're great, like you can see you try your best and it will come in time. And all of them nice words are just that, it's nice words. But I need some direct, maybe harsh criticism of feedback onto the reasons why it's not going well. And when I say it's not going well, I feel like I need to double my income. I spoke about that quite a bit. And I feel at the moment my income is not great for a full-time reseller. Now look, we all know your year-to-date total, on paper, just that number, doesn't really mean much, because you can have a year-to-date figure of £200,000, yeah? But you could have spent £195,000 on stock. So really, are you running a successful business? The answer is no. So there's a lot more to it, but when I look at my eBay numbers alone, at the moment they are sitting just shy of 50,000 for the year. So that's just eBay. That's not Vinted. That's not other revenue streams. And if I actually sat down and worked out exactly what I was earning, this year has been a really tough year, money-wise. And there's reasons behind that, and I'll get into that. And this is some of the things I've been thinking about and where I'm talking about locking in a bit more. So my biggest thing, and when I discussed this within the group, the biggest thing I struggle with is consistency. And I've always struggled with this, especially since working for myself. I'm very much one of them people who's one day 100% in, and the next day I could be 100% out. And it's a really strange mentality. And the days when I'm 100% in, I'm on top of the world, it's great, I love reselling, love eBay, love Vinted, best job on earth. And the next day, I couldn't give a crap about it all. And I think to myself, this ain't great. When you're having slow sales, when you feel like you're working and eBay's not paying off, when you're like getting returns and eBay siding with the buyer, when you feel you've done everything you can do. So my mood's very up and down. And Tech gave some amazing advice. And part of that advice was about the consistency, in the sense of, if I don't have my consistency, it doesn't matter what I try. And recently with the challenge, I've been I think Luke used this term the other day, I've been unniching myself. And I've really enjoyed that aspect of not just focusing on clothing and clothing only, but by gaining 2 years of clothing experience, it means I'm so much further ahead on the clothing category. So yeah, what I'm trying to say here, is next year, well, not even next year, from now, I'm unleashing myself completely. So we are going back to being what they call an everything seller. Now, an everything seller isn't really an everything seller. I'm not going to buy the car from Joan next door and sell it on eBay. There's going to be certain things that I will buy, and certain things still that, as a everything seller, you would leave behind. So that's not going to change in that sense, but I'm going to unleash myself. I'm going to unrestrict myself and start to have some real passion about the business again. And since doing the challenge for the last 8-9 weeks, I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed buying this stuff that I used to buy with good margins and sell-through rates which are really fast. I mean, the golf clubs are the perfect example. Paying £30 for a whole golf set and selling the bag the same day for 55, I think it was. Selling 3 of the clubs together for, again, 55, £60, and selling other clubs as well. So already on that bundle, especially as a lot of it is sold on Vinted, I think I'm over £150 profit so far on that one purchase, with more money to be made. So yeah, locking in. Consistency is really key. I completely agree. And I'm, as I say, I'm one of them who can be consistent for a little while and then my consistency drops. And thinking about how many days this year, 2025, I haven't been consistent. And I talk about doubling my income. And honestly, I felt if I'd been consistent the whole time through, I would have doubled the income. It's crazy, really. Let's cross the bridge. So yeah, that's where my head's at right now. And at the moment, it's all words, isn't it? And this is something I definitely want to work on next year. I watch and take in so much content, whether it be reselling content, whether it be growth content about business growth or YouTube growth. I watch so much stuff. The trouble with me is, and let me know if you're one of these people, I watch all this stuff. I like the advice. I think the advice is great, especially on like the YouTube growth side. And then there's no action. I watch an hour podcast about YouTube packaging and how important it is. And then I'll go and package my video in the same old ways that I package my video without listening and implementing the advice. I don't know what that trait is. Don't know what. It's probably got a name to it. But this year, or the back end of this year and next year, I'm going to start doing more action and less listening. And that might sound a bit crazy, but I feel like I know enough now where I need to put it into practice and then maybe come back and listen some more, learn a bit more, and put it back into practice. So that's going to be the plan. Let me just spin this around quickly. Look at this little Christmas sleigh. Pretty cool. So that's going to be the plan, really, to start implementing more. Now, with regards to the eBay business, that consistency is going to be key. I've started posting daily in the group, a bit of an accountability post, really. And most of the time, people will come in and write a nice comment, great. They'll give it a like, great. They'll scroll past, great. It's for me to kind of keep myself accountable for me. And in this job here, you definitely need to do so. Regardless of whether it's reselling, I think if you work for yourself, you can only keep yourself accountable to you. And that's what's really important as well. So we got that going on. I need to lock in socially again. The reselling channel is going to change. The challenge videos will continue. I've committed to that. And again, with consistency, We haven't missed a week so far. And to a lot of people, it's 8 weeks, woohoo, go you. Or it's 11 days of listing, woohoo, go you. But for me, it's big. So that's going to stay. We're going to be back to more car boot footage as an everything seller. Personally, for me, when I watch content when it comes to car boots, I prefer watching the car boot videos that show a variety. And the numbers do not lie. If I look at my channel numbers, when I started the channel and I was doing the everything side car boot videos, they were performing really well. When I niched to clothing, they dropped. It felt like I lost viewers, lost subscribers. But there's no one to blame on that. I'm not gonna blame YouTube. Oh, it's so loud. I'm not gonna blame YouTube, I'm not gonna blame anyone else, I'm blaming myself. The content is not good enough to warrant people watching the videos. If I was watching someone's channel and over a number of videos the content wasn't what I was interested in, I wouldn't keep watching the videos. I wouldn't subscribe to the channel. So I get it. That's something I need to improve. We need to improve on, like I say, the packaging, the thumbnails, the editing, the cuts. Bit of music maybe in there. Get the drone back out. Put a bit more effort in. So the car boot videos are going to stay. And we've got an exciting personal journey we're going on. And it's the first time I'm going to speak about it on YouTube. We are starting, Leanne and I, our IVF journey. And next year, who knows, we could have some good news. And thinking about having a baby and thinking about affording a baby scares the life out of me. So it's time to lock in. 2026 is going to be my best year. What about you? What's your plans? See you soon.